Kelly Higgins-Devine on ABC Radio Brisbane and Queensland.
Traditionally a calm and focused game, a slow, well actually you have to keep up a pretty good walking pace, the steady game of golf. That's if you're playing well, otherwise it's not steady, it's terrible, it's frustrating, and I've only watched, let alone played it. Have you ever been fed up with your golf clubs though and just wanted to kick the ball? Well, I've got some good news for you. Imagine, if you will, blending traditional golf with soccer. Put the two together and you have Footgolf. Yes, it's another unusual sport, and here to help tee off the conversation, see what I did there, is Fred Hackworth, the owner of Mount Gravatt Footgolf, where you will find the first dedicated foot golf course in Australia. Fred Hackworth, hello.
Hi Kelly, how are you?
Good. When did you first stumble upon Footgolf?
Kelly, I first heard of Footgolf about 2008, 2009. It was a big sport in Europe, still is, and we used to play it in Northern Ireland, so anytime I went home for a holiday I would always go to the Footgolf course to have a bit of a game.
What are the rules of the game?
So it is rules of golf, only you kick a soccer ball, it's a full-size soccer ball, into a hole that is the same ratio to a soccer ball as what a golf ball is to a golf hole. But it's exactly the same rules of golf. We have out of bounds, bunkers, fairways and rough, and it's played exactly the same way. One is to say kicking a soccer ball rather than hitting with a golf club.
This is just such a great idea, especially for those who maybe their hand-eye coordination isn't what they would hope.
Yeah, Kelly, not everybody can hit a golf ball, but certainly most people can get a soccer ball. And it's all ages too. We have grandparents playing with their children and their grandchildren, and it's not always the children that win. We've had a group out where the grandmother is actually taking the prize of the kids who play football week in, week out.
All right, that's what we like to hear.
Yes.
Nana's winning on the sporting field. So with this, are the courses actually as long as a normal golf course?
So it's like a par 3 course, if you like. Our longest hole is about 129 metres. Yep. And the shortest hole is about 60 metres. The tees move, week in, week out, just to add a bit of variety. But it's like a par 3 course.
What are some of the skills of foot golf that you don't realise you're going to need?
Okay, well, it's set up in a way we have planted trees and things to make shots difficult, where you have to maybe use the outside of your right foot to swerve the ball from left to right, or as a left footer, obviously the outside of the left foot to swerve the ball in the opposite way. So we've planted trees strategically along the golf course, just to make it more difficult, so that you can apply a bit of skill. But that's not necessary. You can kick a straight shot up. Accuracy is key, not necessarily distance, and that's where maybe the person who doesn't play soccer, just kicking it straight up the middle, has the benefit out of the soccer players who try and pump the ball as hard as they can up the fairway and end up a couple of fairways away or out of bounds.
Do you need a referee, Fred?
We don't need a referee, no. It's along the same as golf, so it's you self-score, and it's normally played in a group of people, just like a 4-ball, or we allow 6 people at a time, and you just regulate it yourself.
Do people get handicaps in the same way as they do in golf?
We thought when we first kicked it off that we would maybe introduce a handicap system, but as it works out, you don't need it, because it's so close a margin between good players and players taking it up for the first time. So you could have a 14-year-old child been out and get a better score than maybe a 30-year-old who plays soccer every week.
I think that's fantastic. And as you say, for families who want to go out and just have a good game, where the skill level doesn't have to be high to start off with, or if somebody's already skilled, everybody else can still compete. That makes it a whole lot easier, doesn't it, for everyone to... It's like putt-putt. You don't necessarily have to be a good golfer to do well.
Absolutely, and that's the best thing about it. All ages, all skill levels can compete with each other on a level playing field.
Do you have to wear specific attire?
No, there's no studs and no cleats permitted. So it's running shoes or training shoes, the cleats would or studs would dig up the course,
Yep.
especially around the green area.
How popular is Footgolf becoming?
As we can see here, we're very popular here now. We can see a large growth. We only opened our course in November last year, and we can see a large growth between then and now. But worldwide, it's grown a lot to have World Championships. It is becoming more popular.
Does it help if you can bend it like Beckham?
It certainly does. If you can bend it round the trees on the course, we have planted approximately 130 trees on our course, so that next year and the year after there will become more obstacles, an obstacle. And if you can bend it round those trees, you'll be much better off.
Water hazards?
No water hazards, but we have a few bunkers on our course.
Fantastic.
We've grown the rough quite long to make it more of a hazard.
Are there any new developments in foot games coming?
We have a human-sized foosball inflatable, where we can get two teams in and play foosball, and they become the players. So they hold on to the ropes, and they're the actual players instead of using the handles to operate them. And we're going to start a new game very shortly called Football. So it's a combination of lawn balls and using a soccer ball.
Yep.
And that's just to be a sport. Just when people are here playing, they can spend 15-20 minutes just playing it at their leisure.
It sounds like so much fun. Are there, in Europe, where it's been around for a while, are there international comps?
Oh yes, there's worldwide competitions. There's worldwide championships, and there has been since the late 2000s. And it's quite a big thing in Europe. In England alone, there's something like 56 Footgolf courses.
Okay. Well, it sounds like a lot of fun. And Fred Hackworth, thank you for telling us more about Footgolf.
Thanks very much.
And Fred Hackworth, owner of Mount Gravatt Footgolf, and that's the first dedicated Footgolf course in Australia.